Hi and welcome to another episode of ECCB Connects. This is a production of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank designed to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. This week, we're catching up with one of our very own, Dr. Colin Cannonier, who served the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank from 1992 to 2005. Now a Fulbright Scholar and university professor, Dr. Cannonier has been collaborating with the Research, Statistics and Data Analytics Department on joint research projects. He's also assisting the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College with curriculum development. Today, we talk about his journey from central banking to academia and how he's helping to strengthen research, data use, and education across our region. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
The final episode of Season 29 of ECCB Connects will be released on 26 November. We thank you for staying connected with us during the season. We hope that you have a better understanding about the work of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank and that you have gained some useful tips to build a solid financial future. We will be back in January to discuss more issues that are important to you and to share with you how the ECCB is helping to improve the well-being of the people of our currency union. While we are on break, do stay connected with us on our social media platforms at ECCB Connects and have a wonderful holiday season.
Colin, welcome back to ECCB. It's wonderful to have you on ECCB Connects.
Thank you, Shanna. It is a tremendous honor to be here at the ECCB, an institution that helped launch the start of my professional career. So I do appreciate the opportunity to be back.
Great, and what a remarkable full circle journey. From when you started here, then you went into academia. Tell us a bit about that journey.
It has been full circle. So I joined the bank, ECCB, in 1992, almost straight out of sixth form, where I was budding with curiosity and enthusiasm about economics. I started as a statistical clerk in the research department, and that was my first foray into data and what it meant to economic policy decision making. After several years of academic studies and as well as professional development training at institutions such as the IMF and the European Central Bank, I advanced to a balance of payments economist, where I was focusing on external sector statistics. I then went on to become a country economist, working mostly with the countries of Anguilla, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It was also during this time I basically published my first research article at the bank titled Financial Development and Trade in the ECCU. I must also note that I am and was an avid cricketer representing St. Kitts and the Leeward Islands, and I thought that cricket helped to shape my demeanor, my discipline, my leadership and teamwork ethic.
Sounds impressive. Colin, after more than a decade at the ECCB, some enjoyable years they sound like, you made a move to academia. What inspired that transition from the policy side to the classroom and research field?
So the transition to academia, I think it was a natural evolution of my interests and experiences. For one, I was always interested in academics, teaching, learning, sharing knowledge, and mentoring. I was also, speaking about sports and cricket, I was sort of on the back end of my career, so I was also looking for another challenge, one that would sort of combine my analytical skills with my desire to teach and mentor and conduct research.
Great. And you're currently a Fulbright Scholar. Congratulations on that. Tell us a bit about your research focus under the Fulbright program.
Thank you for that. It is an honor to serve as a Fulbright US Scholar for this period 2024-2025. It has given me the opportunity to be here to engage in collaborative work with the ECCB as well as the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, and for that I am grateful. The work that I'm doing here research-wise is centered around three connected areas, mostly in the area of financial inclusion, foreign direct investment, as well as food import dependence. Some work that we've made some advanced progress in is looking at some of the determinants of financial inclusion. That is some joint work with a colleague also in advisory services, but much of the data that we've had comes from our very own ECCB financial literacy and financial inclusion survey. And that work is essentially looking at some of the factors that influence individuals in the ECC region to help promote the engagement or the activity within the financial sector or the use of financial services. Another bit of work that I'm also particularly looking forward to making some advance with is with respect to looking at some of the key drivers that are playing a significant role in our dependence on food imports. And so the goal is really to try to identify those factors that have been instrumental in increasing our dependence on food imports. And based on the findings, we're hoping to sort of provide policy advice in a way that policymakers can utilize or think about these particular factors in ways that we can reorient our economies to sort of reduce the extent of our food imports, and specifically by about 25% by 2030.
Really important work. Looking forward to that. You also mentioned earlier that you are working closely with the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College with curriculum development. What are some of the areas that you have been focused on strengthening there?
Yes, my work at the CFBC has been very pivotal and instrumental to what I do as an academic, whether it be a teacher or researcher. I also want to express my appreciation for the collegiality and the welcoming opportunity that have been afforded to me at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. Much of the work involves essentially curriculum development and training, as well as some digital learning. So if I can be a little bit specific, I have been involved in co-developing a proposed BBA degree in business administration. There's also some revamping or updating in the associate's degree program in business administration. I've been doing significant work as it pertains to training in the Canvas learning management system. And this is a system that allows for more effective deployment of instruction of faculty to the students. So along with that, I have sort of created course shells and templates that would sort of increase the efficiency and the consistency in the way in which course lectures and so forth have been deployed, and maintain the consistency across these different courses. So my work at the CFBC does allow for the opportunity of capacity building at the CFBC, and at the same time helping the institution to meet its goals and objectives in delivering high quality education, and at the same time meeting the needs of a varying labor force.
In your view, Colin, how can partnerships like these between academia and institutions like the ECCB and the CFBC, with whom you are partnering, how can they help to bridge the gap between research and real-world policymaking?
Excellent question. I think partnerships like these are very crucial, and I say so for several reasons. When we think of the policy aspect, it is very well known that many of us in academia, we tend to spend a lot of time looking at the data, but the data tells a story, and oftentimes that story is best told by individuals with the expertise, those who have access to the data, and those who are more policy engaged. And that we can find within small island territories and at institutions such as the ECCB. Where we come in and maybe play an important role is in the area of providing that research capacity building, and also importantly, to increase the extent of international collaboration. Without these two coming together, it is almost impossible for us to really form that reinforcing ecosystem that helps to drive the stability and growth that we all want to see in the region.
Great. Colin, as we wrap up, what advice would you share with young professionals or researchers in our region who want to make a meaningful impact?
I would say to aspiring individuals who want to maybe engage in academia or other similar ventures, I would say to stay connected, to stay curious, and to remain grounded. It is very important to seek opportunities wherever they exist. I think there are a lot of opportunities available. Even when I think about within the ECCB context, we have professional development opportunities, of which I benefited from tremendously. We have our GTR seminar series, we have internships, but even beyond that, there are opportunities for international collaboration, such as through the Fulbright. I think it's also important for younger individuals and aspiring folks to seek mentorship wherever that is possible. I think that was very pivotal to me making the transition from the industry or central banking to academia, and I have used those lessons to sort of help to guide others in the role of mentor or teacher or what have you. If I can just sum this all together, I would essentially say it's important to strive to take advantage of those opportunities, reach for them, even when they stretch you, all right? They may also challenge you, but it's also important to recognize that when you're challenged, it also helps to reveal your core character and your strength. And along the way, you may gain some skills in the process, but I think more importantly, you will gain direction.
It's been a pleasure having you back at the ECCB and hearing about your incredible journey from your early days here at the bank, your work in advancing research and data use and education in our region, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, and I look forward to being back.
And now for this week's financial tip.
Manage your debt. Establish a debt repayment plan before you take a loan. Include your monthly payments in your budget and make it a priority to pay off outstanding balances quickly.
Are you connected? Have you liked the ECCB Connects Facebook page and subscribed to the YouTube channel? It's quick and easy. Next time you go check in for the latest scoop on Facebook, just search for ECCB Connects and hit like. While you're at it, check us out on YouTube. Search for ECCB Connects and hit subscribe. And just like that, you're connected. But don't keep it all to yourself. Invite your relatives, friends, associates, and even your Facebook stalkers to get connected too. Hey, you're not on Facebook? No problem. Send us a WhatsApp message to 662-2561 and we'll connect you to our broadcast list. So come on, get connected.
Here's where we end this week's episode of ECCB Connects. Thank you for watching, and we invite you to join us again next week when we will be back with another program as we continue to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you.